Men like DJ Mr. Drew UK in the building. We'll be starting in a bit, fam. Wagwan to all you paintings. All you absolute weapons, you. You on track to help me out this evening. Check out your whispers. Oh, DJ Mr. Drew UK. I got your whisper, fam. I will get that to you. I definitely will. Let me just get through this interview and I got you, fam. I got you. Let me just make sure we got each other's numbers. You feel me? Jake Quillen in the building. What's popping, baby? Yeah, it's been such a busy morning, honestly. Such a busy morning, and I'm still chilling. Don't tell me it's over. Over. Don't tell me it's over. He said, of course, love. I'm surprised he didn't hit me with, of course, baby. Hi, baby. Hi. Yo, everybody also checked in on YouTube. This is the introduction of the show. We are just waiting for DJ Miamor to hop in here one time for the one time. So, since you are watching the pre-recording of this show, feel free to skip maybe to like the 5-8 minute mark, something like that, fam. A little bit, something like that. You feel me? But they told me you don't need sleep or rest. What? Who told you that, DJ Mr. Drew UK? Am I a vampire? Is that what I look like to you? You call me a penguin and then you call me a vampire. Is that what's going on, fam? Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. DJ Miamor coming in hot with the raid of 49. I see you, fam. We got Vancouver in the building. Sunny Rose now in the building. I see you. Lenny from Queens. Glenda Lalu, Ubi-Wan Kenobi. Miss Education of Nisha, of course. Jay Reyna, Monica Jade. Oh my God. Everybody is going crazy right now. Top Flight Sherrod, my brother. J. Cole's biggest fan. Miss Chris 43 in the building. I see you, fam. Raiders, welcome in. Welcome in. Everybody on YouTube right now is like, what the hell is going on, y'all? Blitz World, Lolly 2 Cups. Everybody make sure that you hit that refresh button so these views count. Nico is Chili Willy the Penguin. Oh, Chili Willy. Yes, we do also have the Willy Nilly show going down this Wednesday. But thank you everybody for joining us, truthfully. My name is Nico Blitz, your host for the day, the night, whatever time it is during your lovely day. We're over here on the West Coast, 1:05 p.m. PST. And I know we got a whole bunch of people from the UK in the building. Huge shout out to DJ Mia Moore. I think the youngest DJ on this platform, if I'm not mistaken. She is going to be joining us in just a bit. Penguins are monogamous. That is true. Penguins are monogamous. But penguins are also the substitute word we use for peng-tings over in the UK, fam. Wagwan, Wagwan. Raiders, make sure you hit that refresh button. And if you are new to the channel, my name is Nico Blitz. From San Francisco, California. I am a DJ and also a entertainment host. I've interviewed a whole bunch of people from Eric Bellinger to Inigo Pasquale to DJ Mia Moore, DJ Icy Ice, DJ Liv. Did I say DJ Mia Moore already? I think I already did. Well, Blitz World, without further ado, I'd like to introduce each and every one of you to
Wagwan! Can you hear me?
Mia Moore. Wagwan, fam.
Does it sound good?
It sounds amazing.
Ooh, okay, great. I'm excited.
I'm excited too, Mia. So for everybody who doesn't know, this is the lunch table. I've interviewed a whole bunch of artists, and I'm transitioning into DJs, especially since us DJs have just thrived on Twitch. And one of my absolute favorite DJs on this platform, her name is DJ Miamor. So everybody, give a warm welcome to DJ Miamor on this platform. If you
Hey
got the
guys.
DJ Miamor emotes, throw them up in the chat. Throw them up. Throw them up.
I love it. I love it.
Mia, is this your first time getting interviewed?
No, my first time was actually with Neil Jackson.
Ah, how'd that go?
It went alright. I spoke a bit of Spanish.
Oh, you speak Spanish?
No, I studied at school, but then he like obviously he needs help with it. He needed help with it because in his stream he has like a Spanish phrase of the day. So I was trying to help him.
Okay, so what Spanish do you know?
Oh God, I don't study it anymore. I don't know. It's like hola,
Hola, ¿cómo está? That's the most you
konnichiwa.
know? Okay, there we go. Mia, I will take that. That is fine. That is fine.
I don't even speak
So,
Tagalog. I mean, I'm like the most British Filipino girl in the world.
so you don't speak any Tagalog either?
I mean, I understand like phrases and stuff, but I just no. My mom just raised me on full English.
Okay, so what phrases in Tagalog do you know?
Why
You
don't you say?
obviously know step kuya,
No,
but we're
yeah,
not going
but
to talk about. No, we're
I
not.
don't even know what that means, man. When I said that, I saw the chat blowing up, and I was like, "Oh my god, what did I just say?" And then I realized like it was, it was like a was it innuendo?
It was an innuendo. So when you were like, "So Nico, are you my step kuya?" I said, "No, no, 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 no."
I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know what it means.
Yes, I don't want to tell you what that means. So, but I'm assuming you know like the basic Tagalog phrases like kamusta,
Yeah,
all of
like
that.
kaina. I'll be in my room. I hear kaina, and then I come down, eat now.
Okay, okay. I like that. Well, I think we were kind of raised in a similar fashion because my mom didn't necessarily raise me and my sister with the Tagalog either. But my sister, my younger sister, she actually had a nanny who was right next door and all she spoke was Tagalog.
Oh, okay.
So we're
Yeah.
definitely on the same boat.
I mean, my grandparents like they'll speak to me in Tagalog sometimes, and I'll be like, yeah, as if I understand. I
Okay.
guess, but I guess like it depends on if you're spoken to it a lot like as you're younger, because I guess as you're younger, you learn like I thought like you learn languages easier when you're young.
Oh yeah. Of course,
Yeah.
that's a thing. I mean, that's why we all know English perfectly, right?
Yeah.
So Mia, you I think the first time I met you actually was it had to be Sorry Not Sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say.
How I don't even know how you got on the lineup. I just remember seeing your name and I was like, "Who is this?"
And I think it was Cassandra that hit me up to be on it.
Oh, Cassandra hit you up. Okay,
Yeah.
so for everybody who doesn't know what Sorry Not Sorry is, it was a fundraiser that we did back in November, and we raised money for the Philippines typhoon relief. And I guess the story goes that Cassandra had hit up DJ Mia Moore, and Cassandra essentially was the link between the US and the UK at that time. And I remember going into DJ Mia Moore's stream, and I was like, yo, she seems very young, but she knows exactly what she was doing. So I think at that point, I was just like thoroughly impressed. I'm like, yo, who is this girl?
I think at that point I was only DJing for like 2 months, and I was just like overwhelmed by everyone, all the names. And then I think yeah, I came into your stream one time. I was like, hey, he plays like kind of the same music I play. And I was like, yeah, I can vibe.
Wait, you've only so since November of last year, you had only been DJing for 2 months of your entire life
Well, on Twitch. Before
on
that, I was just
Twitch.
like playing around until I finally like got the like courage to actually stream.
I was about to say, if you had only started 2 months prior to November, like I would have just been like, yo, who is this? She just skipped a whole bunch of steps.
For real, because I haven't even DJed in like a real like venue or anything. I'm straight up Twitch DJ, bedroom DJ. So I can't wait to do an actual gig in real life.
So you haven't even done a gig in real life. You're
No, not
you're just a
even.
you're just a straight up like bedroom DJ.
Yeah.
But I mean that in the best way possible because that's how it all starts off, right?
Yeah, and I'm happy to like proud to say that because it just means that I have a lot more to learn because Twitch has so many experienced DJs, older DJs, and I just watch their streams and then I just learn from what they know and what they can do, and I just take on the notes. And as when like COVID is over, I'll be straight into the club.
DJ Miamor is going to be in all the ratchet clubs, playing all the cute music, transitioning
Yep,
into the ratchet music.
Megan.
But wait, but your family though has like a huge lineage of DJs.
Yeah, pretty
So
much.
can you like break down, I guess, the family tree? Like
Well,
who started and how did it just like trickle?
so the UK like Filipino DJ scene is quite big already, and so my uncle DJ Flex, who you know, like
Flecka.
who's body rolling in your in your montage, the bold one. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a DJ and he taught me from I think I was like 14 maybe. I've been watching him in his room DJing like since I was young, and I was kind of intimidated at first because you know all the buttons and everything, until he gave me his first controller, and then I started playing around during the first lockdown, and then I was practicing, making like mixes, and then I came onto Twitch.
So you started during the first lockdown. So it
Yeah.
hasn't even been a full year of you DJing.
Okay. I started like, well, yeah, pretty much like on my own. But like 2 years ago, I would be like at his house, like playing with it until this
Ah,
year.
okay, got you. So, give us an exact month and year.
Okay. I have like videos on my Snapchat memory, so it's like 2016 summer, June, 2016.
That's so funny
Wait, 2016.
because 2016, that's like 5 years,
Okay,
right?
2017.
Cuz I was about to say I started DJing in 2016.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my gosh. I thought
It's
you'd
been
be
si-
DJing for like 10 years.
Damn, I look that old to you?
No, I mean like 10 years would be like 16.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, but that's why it's so funny because, when people look at me, they think I've been DJing for a decade. But when I
Yeah,
tell them like 2016, they're like, what the hell? But it's really just the time that you put in within the past, like, I guess 5 years, right? And
yeah.
so when I see you, I look at you, Mia, and you're 17 years old right now. And I'm just like, oh my God, I wish I was DJing when I was your age.
Because like I I thought you were DJing for quite a long time because like the way you carry yourself, you're quite confident. I think that's like a big thing in Twitch. Like if you look confident in what you're playing, then it just that's what like attracts the crowd and they make and it makes them think that you know what you're doing.
That's true. But that's the key thing though. It makes them think you know what you're
Yeah,
honestly, sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just like,
exactly.
I just like let the vibe go and carry me, and that's what makes it fun. That's why
Yeah.
earlier during this back to back set, when you had told me like, "Oh, Nico, like like what are you gonna play?" I'm just like, I don't know. But then
Yeah,
I thought of like a go ahead.
because I see like some people they schedule their streams on a type of genre that they'll be playing. But for me, I'll just veer off into whatever genre. Like every stream is different. I can't stick to one genre. I guess people I because I started so like recently, my library isn't that big. I'll be seeing people with like 4,000 songs and everything. So like, I'll be just sometimes be replaying the same stuff, but like mixing up a bit.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. Like, I think that your library is a lot bigger than I would think, because when I go on your stream, you always hit me with a song that I just haven't heard in a while. I think today you ended
Yeah.
up playing 100 by Drake or by
Oh, that's
Drake in the
catchy.
game, and I was like, oh my god, she know this. And I remember talking to Icy Ice right on this podcast, and I was like, hey, Icy Ice, like, who is one of your favorite up and coming DJs right now? He said my absolute favorite is actually DJ Miamor.
Oh yeah, he's always popping into my stream, and I really appreciate like bigger DJs coming in, recognizing like just coming in saying hi. It really means a lot, actually.
Well, I think, from Icy Ice's perspective and also my perspective too, I think what it is that you being 17 years old, you obviously have you have a very welcoming aura for you. But not only that, just as a DJ, like you're able to go between like the new stuff and the old stuff from like the 80s and 90s, and then like mix up the 2000s in between, and then get into some ratchet music and then go back to the R&B. I'm just like
And the
yo.
smile, the smile.
And then the smile, and then next thing you know, she just picks up her boba tea. She says, "All right, guys, I'm gonna go into the next song." But like your library is so extensive. So like, where did you get all your influence of music from?
That's what everybody asks, really. Like,
Got
I can't
to.
even see, I can't even, I don't know where to start because already at a young age, I'm listening to Whitney Houston on the way to we call I don't know what primary school is, but I think like middle school. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'll be listening to like some power ballads on the way to school while my mom drops me off. I'm listening to like R&B from my sisters, hip hop from my uncle. Like I had a range of music from like different connections, and that's just what built my music knowledge today.
Is there a song that reminds you of your mom? And is there a song that reminds you of your uncle, DJ Flex, who taught you how to DJ?
Well, for my mom, it's just Whitney Houston ballads and like proper like slow jam R&B. But for Flex, he'll be like, a Marion, like shower song. I'll be saying in my stream like this reminds me of Flex, and it'll be like like a body rolling song.
Okay, okay. I mess with that a lot. Yeah, I mean there's just like a whole bunch of songs like that. Like, whenever I play that song Lost in Love by I-15,
Oh my god,
it,
I thought it was like the most underrated song. I didn't even know like you knew it.
yes.
Because
You thought I didn't know that?
I'll
Come
be growing up with
on.
my sisters, like my uncle, they'd be like downloading stuff illegally, and I would just be like some little girl listening, vibing.
But like when I hear songs like that, it takes me back to when I was maybe like 16, 17 years old.
When I hear that song, it takes me back to when I'm like 7 years old.
Oh my god. I think when I was like 7 or 8 years old, I was probably listening to like Barney. I wasn't exposed to like R&B. Do you even know what Barney is?
Yeah,
I just had to make sure. I don't know. I don't know. Because if you okay, wait, if you're 17, that means you were born in 2003.
yeah, yeah. Wait, Barney is like it's more of like my sister's kind of show. I grew up playing like on like Dora.
I
See,
love it.
Her Barney was her favorite show.
Yeah, Monica, if you ask my mom, Lolly Two Cup, she will say that Barney was my favorite show ever. Look, and we got Miseducation of Nisha feeling so old right now.
Barney was kind of scary.
Barney was scary.
Yeah, with that is like obviously a person in like the costume. If I saw that if I saw that on the street, I'd be scared.
Oh, you obviously have never been to LA, have you?
No, never.
Oh no, so if you go down like Hollywood Boulevard, for example, there is nothing but, I mean, not right now, but there is nothing but people in costumes. I'm talking about Barney costumes, Avengers costumes,
Yeah, that's why
all of that.
I need to go to the States.
So have you ever been like outside of your country?
Yeah, but like mainly Europe because it's easier. Like
Yeah.
Spain, Italy. You
How
should
long
come
ago?
to London.
I want to go to London. I feel like just talking to you guys after these past, how long has it been now? 5 months or something? I'm just like,
Yeah.
yo, I really want to go to London because you guys bring so much culture that I was just so unaware of. Like, I feel like there's a difference, but not really too much of a difference between like a UK Filipino and like an American Filipino.
Yeah, and I noticed that because I feel like you guys are already family, but you know that family that's like overseas and you're not quite the same, but you're kind of the same.
Yeah. Well, what similarities and differences do you see?
Um, I don't know really. It's just like the way like I think our humor is different, but then we still get it from each other. Like with the step queer, like I don't even know.
No, no, don't bring that. Yo, your mom is gonna kill me.
Uh,
Shout out Ube Wan Kenobi, please don't kill me, Tita. I didn't want to teach her about any of the step stuff, but it just so happened to happen. So, I think our languages between like Filipino Americans and Filipino U- UK
yeah.
Lindians, UK Filipinos,
Yeah, yeah.
our language is obviously different.
Yeah, our slang is so different.
Our slang is completely different, but I feel like the whole you know when you just like go to a crowd and you just see like a flock of Filipinos, I feel like we're still very much just like
Yeah,
community. We're very much like homey.
because we have this thing in London called Barrio Fiesta, and it's every summer. Like all the Filipinos from like northeast, southwest of like London, we all come to this festival, and it's like the craziest thing because you realize how much Filipinos are actually in the community, and we're the
Mm,
same as you guys. Like there's so many Phillies in the USA.
yeah, and it's really just in a matter of just like a couple cities.
Yeah.
You were saying that the so is there like a huge Filipino DJ community over there in London, UK?
Yeah, man. Like anywhere I look, there'll be like a Filipino DJ or like musician artist. It's quite the community is quite big. I don't know if it's the same for you guys. How
It's
big
pretty
the
Yeah,
like
it's pretty big. I mean, between like Icy Ice and DJ E-Man, and there's just been like so many different DJs across just the West Coast
yeah, man.
alone.
Just looking at like raid train flyers and like literally all the people would be Phillies. It's just amazing how many Filipino like the amount of Philly DJs are endless. Like each person is different and like it's never repeated. It's always people like different people. It's always someone new.
Well, you're telling me that's why when, Sorry Not Sorry happened, I was like, man, I don't know if we can fill in like four different weekends worth of Filipino DJs without repeating, but like we did it.
Yeah.
And like it's kind of amazing because this is why I'm so jealous of you, Mia. I think growing up, for me, there were only a handful of DJs, Filipino DJs, that I had access to. Um, the only one that really comes off to mind is like DJ Cuber. But for you,
My
you just
uncle.
you have your uncle, you got Icy, you got like everybody.
Yeah. And it's good because like it's just the start of like my journey. So as I'm learning, it's good because I can like grab things from like different people. I can be like super saiyan DJ.
She's that Super Saiyan DJ. What are some I guess what are some things that you picked up just by watching some DJs on Twitch?
Well, it's kind of different because I'm learning like on I'm getting things from how to DJ on Twitch because it's different from being at an actual venue because there's no people. So I'm learning how to develop my stream instead of like developing as a DJ on a whole. So I'll be
Hmm.
watching Tweak Music Tips and getting stuff from that and helping me develop my stream and how I can connect more with my community and like how I can upgrade like the quality and content of my DJing.
Well, share like the nitty-gritty. People want to know.
Like I remember my first raid when I got my first raid, and I didn't know what to do. I was like, because at the start of my stream, I actually the first time I streamed on Twitch wasn't on my channel. It was on DJ Flex's channel, and if you watch back on that, I didn't speak the whole the whole stream. I had DJ Flex speak on the actual camera for me, microphone for me next to me. I'll see if I find the video, but not like as I watched more DJs, it helped me gain more confidence with like mic with talking on the mic. They were saying like just be yourself and like people will enjoy who you are if you're not like a fake person. Just be that's why I'm always laughing and smiling. I don't care. Like whatever happens on my stream, I'm just laughing. And that's one of the tips that I got.
Demo D actually has a really good question. What's some of the most solid advice that has helped you in your DJ journey so far?
JP actually, me and JP were having a conversation about DJing, and he was actually giving me advice. He said, he said not to push myself to do something I don't want to do, and not to it sounds bad, but not to trust people straight away, and just to carry on what I'm doing as long as I love it. And I should stop if I'm not enjoying it. But as long as I'm doing it and it's fun, then I should carry on. Like the views doesn't matter, and the bits and whatever. As long as I'm enjoying what I'm doing, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, of course. And I think that's something that a lot of people really need to like get in their head because I mean, I've been in rooms where there's only like 20 people in, right? I'll
Yeah,
even be in rooms where there's only like 10 or 5 people in.
and the chat will be
But
flying.
yeah, the chat's going to be flying. I'm like, "Yo, I'm having a blast." I don't know
Yeah,
about all of y'all cuz I remember when I first started out, right? And this is just like all of us. Like when you first start out, you're only going to get like 5 people in the room. And so
yeah.
you need to know how to like maneuver and like enjoy the fact that you have 5 people in the room because literally these 5 people can be on any other stream right now, but they're dedicating their time to you.
Yeah, and like building those relationships, like asking people how their day is as well. That's something I was like a piece of advice that I was given, because like it makes them feel as if they're part of your community, and then the community grows and people will start to like tune into your daily like stream like you. Your community is amazing because I'm seeing like everyone in your streams all the time, and it's really awesome. Like I'm glad to be part of your community as well.
Oh, I'm glad to be part of yours. Like, I mean, you know how I think people know how flamboyant my language could get. So as soon as I get into your stream, I'm like, all right, Nico, just tone it down because you got to remember, like, you're around like Mia's community, and I'm not saying that's like a bad thing. I'm saying like, there's a time and place for my flamboyant energy, and it's definitely not on your stream.
But that's
But
what makes like people love you, because of your like your energy. Literally, I told the effects I was gonna be interviewed by you, and he was like, "You need to match his energy because he's like his energy's gonna be here."
oh no no
But
no no
that's
no. See, the thing is, it's just like I feel like we're such a good balance because I'm very loud and I project. I'm like, yeah, no, 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 we'll do. But that's why I love going into your stream because when I go to your stream, I'm like, cool. I could kind of just like
relax.
I could relax. But I love it, and I think that's the yin and yang that people really enjoy. So it's like when I go into your stream and you're playing R&B, I'm like, cool. Like I can go grab myself a coffee, a cuppa.
Yeah,
I can grab a cuppa. I could make some lunch. I could just pop into the chat and then I could see your mom and your sisters just blow up the chat with all your emotes. And I'm like, yeah,
I
I
know they're
love this.
crazy.
And it seems like you're getting so much support from your family. And it's kind of ridiculous because I know a lot of I know this for a fact. A lot of Filipinos are jealous because it's like the support that they have from their family, they might wish that it's a little bit greater for you being literally in the entertainment industry. And this is what entertainment is for the entire world right now. Like, what's it like knowing that it just seems like you have that endless support from your mom, your sisters, your uncle, and like your entire family tree?
I just feel lucky actually, because like my mom, obviously she's like my momager. She'll be handling all the affairs and everything,
Yeah.
and sometimes it gets too much. But I'm actually so grateful that she's here to support me as well, my sisters and my uncle, my whole family, because there's people that don't have that, and I always thinking to myself that there's always like someone who has it worse. So I'm just grateful that I have people to support. I know sometimes I might be like a bit moody at times, but I'm just happy that I have people to support me and help me like lift myself up and help build my community, because I think without the support I wouldn't be as motivated to do what I
Mm,
want to do. I think that matters.
that definitely matters. And, going back to it, like what I remember in this, you just said that I guess it would be like less difficult, or it would be more difficult if you didn't have their support. Like, where do these difficulties come from? And my mom just texted me like, "Is Ube her mom?" Yes, mom. Ube One Kenobi is DJ Miamor's mom.
Yeah.
But like throughout this time, like, because it seems like on Twitch, like you're really taking Twitch by storm, and you have your family support and you have your community support. But like, what is the most difficult part of all of this right now?
For me, I guess it can be like overwhelming sometimes because me being at my age and everyone else is older and like they're at the same level like of experience as well. I just kind of sometimes I feel like I don't know enough, but then I realize that it's okay. I'm just young, and also like balancing school as well on top of streams like. With you already know with homework I'm doing my homework while I'm watching streams, and like when I have like scheduled events, I'll be like, I have an English lesson that day, I can't, I'm sorry. But you're just balancing as well, because I know some people this is them like full-time job, and I really appreciate that because is like you're streaming every day, and I can't even stream. Like for me, one stream a week is enough, and I admire that because it just shows how motivated and passionate you are about DJing.
Well, and also I got to pay my rent too. You feel me? So it's like, all right, guys, if I don't DJ today, I
Yeah.
might not be able to eat. I might not be able to have these lights on.
Yeah.
But I mean that's such a good thing because the one thing I really wanted to work on this year, 2021, is just balance. And I remember when I was younger, it's
Yeah.
like I didn't have that balance because it was like, well, my friends wanted to do this, my family wants to do this, I want to do this, I still got school. Oh, I'm still working at the mall to make some money. Like there was just so many things to do. So you realizing that at like 17 years old, like, yo, like I really need to like balance everything out. Like that's such a good thing. I feel
But
like a lot of
yeah,
people your age don't really think about that.
don't get me wrong. I'm still struggling with it. Like
Yeah.
I struggle to even talk to my friends. Like I'll be finishing a stream at like 10 o'clock, and I'll be straight to bed. It's just hard. You just have to know when to like. From one of, another piece of advice I got was not to agree to like every opportunity of like streams I get. I need to like relax myself. I was told that I need to calm down and I need to think about things I want to do so that I could balance life and Twitch.
Yeah. And I think growing up a lot of people I say growing up, I'm dead. Um but I think what happens is that like I think people look at an opportunity as like the do or die. Right?
Yeah,
Like I think when we listen to Eminem's Lose Yourself, it's like if you had this one shot to take this one opportunity, I think that in a sense it kind of built anxiety around people saying like, "Oh, I need
yeah,
to like hop on every single thing." It's like, "No, I believe you don't have to hop on every single thing because I'll put it to you this way. If Mia, you are doing 7 streams a week every single day and you're on like several different raid trains and you still got homework and you still want to spend time with your family and you still want to spend time with your friends, it's like, well, where exactly does like Mia's time come in? Where
yeah.
exactly does your personal time come in? That's why it's like when people ask me, I'm like, okay, wait, well, what am I doing that day? Is it absolutely worth it for me to do this? If there's another opportunity on like a following week, can I do it then? Because the more you do, the more you just stretch yourself thin. And the last thing I've always wanted for these past like couple years was like I just cannot stretch myself too thin from doing, you know, from doing everything.
That's exactly what I said. Like before December, I was getting so stressed. Like we're trying to balance everything. I was going to sleep so late, trying to focus, like trying to just have, like you said, me time. And I was, I was thinking to myself, oh, if I don't take this opportunity, it won't come again. And I need to do this event or whatever. And I just realized in January now that I don't have to accept every opportunity, and I can just balance. And as long as I'm happy and less stressed, then because you can see on the stream when I'm stressed. Like my mom told me one time I was on a stream and I didn't look happy, and I think the audience can also see that. So as long as the stream is happy, then I think that's the most important thing.
What was going on during that day?
I was just stressed, like with having so much schoolwork and everything. I had to do the stream. I was like, sometimes I'm like, I don't really want to do the stream today, and I did it, and I wasn't happy at all. But I think coming January, I've learned how to balance everything more now, and I think I'm more happier than I was in January than in December.
Oh, I love that so much, Mia, truthfully. Like work, life, balance is key. It is okay to say no sometimes in order to take care of yourself.
That's right.
You have no idea how many times my mom just tells me, take care of yourself, go eat. Like, Mia, there will be times when I'm streaming and I feel like, yeah, I could go on for another couple hours, but mom's like, no, go eat.
Yeah, but
I'm
for
like,
me,
okay.
I'm the opposite. I'll be like, I'm gonna end the stream. I want to eat. My mom doesn't tell me to eat. My mom tells me to stop eating.
Oh, your mom tells you to
Yeah,
stop eating. Your mom is like,
yeah.
Mia, start streaming, stop eating.
Literally, oh my god, yeah.
Play some music, Mia. We need it.
She'd be like, you need to go hype. You just ate. All right, now is your time. You have energy.
Oh my god. Mia, like talking to you reminds me of like when I see these when you see like Disney stars like blow up when they're like kids and whatnot. I truthfully, and I
Yeah,
don't mean to like gas you up on that. Do you know what that means?
yeah. That's we
Okay,
use
okay.
that. We use that.
Look, I need to make sure I don't know. So I don't mean to like gas you up, but it's like I feel like you're very much on the cusp of like greatness, Mia. And so the last thing I would want is to see someone like yourself who is still very young and like just entering this industry. I would hate to see like a Disney star situation,
Yeah, yeah. I get it.
for
I get it.
example. Does that type of stuff like scare you? Do you keep that in mind?
Yeah, because admittedly, it is quite scary because I'm getting. I don't want. I'm trying to be humble, but like attention, and it's quite overwhelming because I am a shy person naturally, and I
Mm,
just want. I'm an introvert, and I just want to be left alone sometimes. And knowing that I have like the potential to be as I get older, like a great DJ. It's just scary knowing that I'm. It could be even greater than it is already.
mm. Do you feel pressure?
Yeah, actually, yeah. I feel from everywhere, but it's not bad pressure. It's just pressure to perform great. That's why I'm nervous before every stream. I have the pressure of myself that I need to do well because like I if I make a mistake, like it's all over. But I tell myself that it's all right. A mistake is like everyone makes mistakes, and just as long as I'm having fun, and that's
Yeah,
the best.
as long as you're having fun. You know how many times I've seen like notable DJs, like very notable DJs. I'm not gonna throw down their names or anything, but
Exposed.
yeah, but I've seen so many notable DJs do something as simple as like flip the fader to the other side when the fader's all when the volume's all the way down. I'm just like, oh,
Yeah, I'll be making a mistake in my show. I'll be like, oh, and then I'll be talking over the actual mistake.
I do the same thing. Like, yo, like as soon as I make a
Yeah,
mistake, I'm just like, yo, what's up, everybody? What's
yeah.
up?
I say, what did you guys eat today?
But it's adapting. It's all about adapting.
Yeah,
And I think like as a DJ, because there's several things going on in like a streamer DJ's world, right? You're paying attention to the music. You're paying attention to the your real life surroundings. Like right now, there's a freaking leaf blower going on right now, and it's annoying the heck out of my left ear. I got some neighbors upstairs who just like stomp so damn much. I'm just like, oh my god. But you in particular, you have a very like fast moving chat. I wish
yeah.
there was like
Oh my
slow
gosh.
mode 1000 for your chat because your chat just flies, right?
Because I'll be, the song will be going into the end, and then because I'll be reading the chat saying thank you to everyone, and the chat moves so quick, and slow mo doesn't even do anything to be honest.
It really does. That's what I'm
It
saying.
doesn't.
I'm like, damn, Mia's stream is still moving hella fast. I don't know what's going on right now. But all again, like going back to that pressure, like I think it's good that you're recognizing everything now, and we've seen the worst that can
Yeah,
happen to people, unfortunately, right? But I think it's good that you have your parents around you or your mom around you and your family. It's good that you have a whole bunch of like people that you consider your mentors,
Yeah.
whether they're DJs, your uncles, so on and so forth, to just kind of like guide you through this because, and I don't mean to put more pressure on you, but I really think you're gonna like pop off.
Oh no.
But also to know, but to also know, how do you feel knowing that as of recently, you were on like two things that people on this particular platform strive to do.
Yeah.
You were on Snapback back on New Year's Day, and then you were on Scam Artist literally like last week. You being such an introverted person, how did you feel? How did you feel?
Oh my god, literally, I was preparing like 3 hours before both of those sets because I'm already nervous on a normal day. So imagine how nervous I was for those. Literally, I was like, not shaking, but like when I'm nervous, I start panicking and everything. And when I'm like, before, you can tell like at the start of my stream, like I'm not really into it. But as I get into the stream and the hype is going, then it gets better. But I'm actually really grateful for being on Snapback and Scam because it's just showed that the community is so big and like if even if I make mistake or if mistakes and if I'm nervous, people like one time I made a mistake and the chat was like keep going, it's all right, and it just shows that it doesn't really matter as long as you're being you.
Yeah. When I was on a Snapback, I think it was like last week or 2 weeks ago, I actually forgot to add the audio interface to
Oh
my
my god,
scene. So
that
I'm over here talking. I'm like, "Yo, what's up, everybody? Blah blah blah, wooty woo." And
oh my god.
you know how the stream is delayed. Everyone was like, "No audio, no audio." I'm just like, "Ugh."
You know what? That's exactly what happened in Scam Artist.
"Oh, that's what happened to you."
Yeah, I didn't put the audio in, and then I was vibing. I was saying hi guys, and then I see like no sound. I was like, what? And plus, like when you're on those channels, you can't even see like the chat from your OBS, so
Yeah.
it's delayed. And I was just talking away, and I was like rushing to add in like the audio interface.
So, were you nervous the entire time for either of those sets, or did it get to a point where you were like comfortable and you felt like, okay, like I'm doing my thing now?
Well, I'm nervous throughout the whole thing, but when I really am, and then but as I get like around like 30 minutes in and I'm starting to interact with people because at the
Hmm.
beginning there's no one with you and there's no one talking to you, you're just trying to prepare your list and everything, but as you get into it and you're reading people's chats, it doesn't, yeah, you forget about what you're actually nervous about.
Mm, that's true. Especially when you have like everybody from your community just like blowing up the chat. You're just like, all right,
Yeah.
cool. Because there's this weird thing, right? Like I remember when, oh, you were on Cuffin too, right? So it's like you're on Cuffin, you're on Scam, you're on Snapback. It's weird because I don't know if you get this, but when I'm on someone else's channel streaming, it doesn't feel the same.
No, oh my, it doesn't. It's because especially with like the promo beforehand and everyone's like 10 minutes before everyone's posting, oh she's on now, it's like it doesn't feel like home, but it's not a bad thing, but it just because the viewers are obviously going to be different as well. You're going to have new people coming in and you have to reintroduce yourself, and you're making your first impressions to a lot of new people because you're not on your home channel where it's your community. On Scam Artist, I met a lot of people, new people that I'd never seen before, and it was just the love and everything.
Do you feel like that you are breaking out of your shyness, so to speak?
I don't know. I think I'll always be a shy person. I think that I'm just born that way. But as like speak, like I said, like my first Twitch stream, I didn't speak on the whole stream. I had to get Flex to commentate for me, like a
Yeah.
sports match. And but yeah, like now I'm doing a freaking interview. So yeah, I think I'm kind of breaking out, but of
Yeah,
that shyness. But
I
I'll
think
always be a shy person.
yeah, I mean I definitely think you are. I mean, I don't know you from like all the way back then when you were, spinning on Flex's stream. So, from your perspective and if your family would like to like hop into this too like via the chat, like what are the key differences that you see from Mia back in what, November or summer 2020 to now? What are the key differences that you see?
Well, I think the main one was just speaking. I think DJing, even though it was like less, like I don't know how to explain it. Just talking on the mic was the main thing, and my whole setup of my room, like, because in my family there's no really like any tech professional, so I had to set up everything on my own, and I
Oh,
didn't really know what I was doing. I still don't. But
just
like
act like
camera,
you know what you're
yeah,
doing.
camera angles, like it was literally you can see my double chin. And the quality was terrible. It was actually so bad. I was watching my old streams actually like yesterday, and I realized how much it's developed. And I was actually like, wow, that was me like in September.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I literally Jay Quillen just showed me a video of my old stream just yesterday, and I was like, "Oh my
It's
god, the
cringy. It's
quality is
cringy.
bad. The overlay is horrible. Like I was literally, I didn't even have any of this set up. It was literally like this side of the room, and it looked so bad. Now I'm over here like, yo, now I have a green screen. Now I'm just like, yo,
Yeah.
like there's just so many. It's crazy. You know the good thing about Twitch, Mia, is that like on your stats, right? You obviously see your progress.
Yeah.
But I think not only as a DJ, but as a person, you also feel the progress like within.
Yeah, because you know what more of what you're doing, and you setting up is fine, and you see people that come into to your chat like every time you say hi, like you're it's like talking to your friends basically,
Hmm.
and doing that helps you improve. So you can see my mom. Oh my gosh, you can see other people. I don't know if this makes sense, but they develop with you. It's like people who have seen me from the start, they see how much I've progressed, and it's actually cool to see. Like if you watch people on their journey, it's cool to see that this is where they are now compared to where they were before.
Well, I think I gotta give a huge shout out to two people. One of them might be in this chat room. First of all, shout out to Kev Sweaty Pants. I think he's kind of like a prodigy of mine, so to speak, and I say that in a very humbly fashion. But I think somebody who also really learns from you and ironically looks up to you because I'm pretty sure he's taller than you, JP. You know,
Yeah, JP. Shout out to
I
him.
just the other day, like what JP was on your after school set, right?
Yeah.
And I remember rating into JP, and he was like I don't know why Nico rated into me. Like this is like I don't deserve this, da da da. But I'm like, no, bro, you do
He
deserve
does.
this.
He
Like you
does.
really do deserve this. And for you, when I seen you had him on your after school lineup, I was like, that's tight.
Yeah.
I really like
Because
that.
I remember the first time he came to my stream, already he was already like being so hospitable, and just I started going to streams and watching him, and he hasn't even streamed for that long, like the same as me. He started like only a few months ago, and it's like he's really good. He's naturally a brilliant DJ. So shout out to JP, and he also offers me advice as well. Like I have so many big brothers and sisters on this platform. Like it's it's amazing. And they were like, if you have any problem, just come talk to us. And JP is one of them. Like we had a conversation. Like for me, it was until 4 a.m. in the morning, just talking about advice. And yeah, shout out to him.
Well, what's some advice that he gave you? I know you were
That
mentioning a
yeah,
little bit earlier.
that I shouldn't. That yeah, like I should just have fun on my stream, and I shouldn't straight away trust people because not everyone is gonna be supportive of me, and I should understand that because as long as I have the people who support me on a regular and love me, then that's all that matters. No matter how many views or whatever.
Well, I don't normally do this, but like let me flip it to you now. Let's have you be the interviewer. What are some questions that you have? Like
I,
just in general, whether it be about like DJing, streaming, or life.
I was actually because I was listening to the Willy Nilly podcast
Yeah.
rerun on Spotify. I was listening to help me sleep. I couldn't sleep though. I listened to the whole thing, and just hearing your journey was very relatable, but not in the sense of like, oh yeah, we did the same things, but like how you felt throughout them. What can I ask you? I literally had questions to prepare before. I was like, maybe I should ask him. Um, what do you find on Twitch is the most challenging? Because you're a very happy person, and I don't really see like you're never down in your streams, but behind that, what is the most challenging thing on a stream or on Twitch in general?
I think the most challenging thing, aside from people begging me to play their song when I'm in a mood. Like for instance, like yesterday, I was like on this hype mood. I was going playing ratchet music, and then I see one comment, and it's like, "Hey, bro, are you taking song requests right now?"
I say, sorry, I don't have it.
I said, "Not today, bro, not today." But honestly, I think the hardest thing that I see or that I've witnessed is really just the pressure that I put on myself. So it was shortly after my dad's birthday. I don't know what it was, but I decided that, oh, okay.
Sorry, it was flashing.
But it was after my dad's birthday. I just saw that my consistency I was just streaming every single day. And then I told to myself like, I wonder if I could do 30 days straight. And
Yeah.
then 31 days hit. I'm like, okay. And
I
then
remember that actually. I remember the start of you were streaming like consecutively, but it wasn't a formal thing. I was like, he's on again, and then it
yeah,
became a thing, and I was like, wow.
and then like 30 days became 60 days, 60 days became 90, and as of recently, well, today it's 106 days
Wow.
straight.
You're a third of the way.
A third of the way
365.
legitimately a third of the way there. And I remember having a conversation with Demo D. He said, yo, at what number would you be content with? What number would you be happy with the consecutive days? And I said 365.
But I know you, even if when you hit that, I know you're going to go for more. Because I know you
Yeah.
won't just stop.
So that's the thing, and that's the issue that it's not necessarily an issue, but it's something that is definitely foreseeable that might that can either help me grow or also hinder me at the same time. So you got to think about it, like you're getting pressure from people from the outside. You're getting pressure from like DJs telling you like, "Oh, you're this, oh, you're that, oh, you're like the next blah blah blah. Oh, you're going to do blah blah blah, right?" Whereas for me, I put pressure on myself. I'm just like, yo, like, I think I could hit 365. Like, yo, like, how can I get my community to like do this? Like, yo, like, how am I gonna make like the first Filipino lineup? Blah blah blah. Like, yo, how can I make like the best? Blah blah blah. Like, there's so much like pressure coming from within because I think growing up, I was more so like the type of person who would attract I would take in advice and like everybody talking to me like so seriously to the point where I just felt like I just didn't have a mind of myself. So I had to learn like, okay, let go of all of that pressure. And now I'm in this point to where it's like, okay, am I putting too much pressure on myself? And if I am, how can I just relieve myself from that pressure? Like the problem with me is that like I'm I'm never content. I'm always happy, but I'm never like content. Like I always want to do more.
I was gonna say having your own goals on top of other people's like pressures on top of the own goals that you set for yourself makes it even harder because you're like, okay, I need to achieve what I want first, and then take in what people want, and it's like never ending. So then the constant pressure is, like you said, you're never content.
Yeah. It definitely is constant pressure. Like, okay, if I hit 300, I remember when I hit 100 days straight. My guy PJ, he was like, "Yeah, and cheers to 365" before I ever said anything, and I'm just like, "Oh, wow."
Uh,
Like, like like it was not only pressure from myself, but it was somebody from like the outside also being like, "Yo, like we're here to rock with you for like these many more days like in a row." And I'm just like, "Yo, like this is kind of crazy." Like it's kind of a gift and a curse in a sense, right? Like you build yourself up so much and you build your community up that you get to a point to where it's like, ooh, like I don't want to let anybody down either.
Yeah.
You
I have
know?
another question.
Go ahead.
For people my age, or what was something that you learned from when you were younger? Not just DJs, or like on top of that, any advice from what you learned when you were younger to what you apply now?
When I was younger, I was honestly such a procrastinator.
Yeah,
Like I'm
same.
talking about look, yo, like my homework assignments, if they told me that was due at 3, I get that stuff done at
Oh
2:59
my gosh.
p.m.
Don't get me started.
And the procrastination is what ended up hindering my growth at such a young age. So I'm literally like a decade older than you, Mia. That's the crazy part, right? And so when I see somebody like yourself, I'm just like, man, like I really wish I was killing it at that time. But it was the procrastination that was getting me. It was also being distracted by other things and not sitting down and figuring out, like, okay, like, what do I want to do and what is it that's really going to make me happy? Because I was following a whole bunch of things that I thought was making me happy, but was actually just like prohibiting my growth at that time. And I never really just sat down and said, like, not that anybody at your age or around really has to sit down and be like, what am I gonna do for the rest of my life? Like, it's not like that.
Yeah.
But I never really sat down and said, like, what is it that I want to do? Like, what is it that I really like, and what is it that I can like do to get better at it? But I think in addition to that, like I didn't have any role models that could like guide me to that point. I didn't have the ability to watch DJ Icy Ice every single day, for example. I didn't have the ability to watch like DJ Bistang. I didn't have the ability to watch you every single day. And I think for me it was like I feel that your generation is a little bit more blessed in that sense because you have so many outlets that can just continuously inspire you.
Yeah. I agree because I even now I don't know what I want to do. I was
Mm,
thinking because in school they make us like the other day I was looking for universities to go for and looking at what direction I want to do, and I was like, I don't know what I want to do because I started off from going from an architect to a lawyer, and now I was like, maybe how about DJing? And it's hard knowing what you want to do because you have so many loves for things, and as well the pressure of you have to know what you want to do before like you're 18. I agree because as well as procrastinating right now I'm the worst I am like the CEO of procrastinating. And it's hard, it makes it harder because I have like tons of emails that I have to reply to from school and from Twitch. I really appreciate how you acknowledge procrastination.
yeah, it's a killer of so many things. But something that not only Twitch, but like I think Twitch has definitely helped me out with this, like just grow this in me. But like if there's a good idea, if there's something that is at least like a good idea, just go ahead and try it. And I talk to Lily K about this all the time, and this is where like the Willy Nilly show came about, right?
Yeah.
But when I was talking to you, like I think in your chat room or someone's chat room, we were just like, "Yeah, Nico, we should do a back to back." I'm like, "Yeah, we should do a back to back." And the next thing you know, we do a
Yeah.
back to back.
That was my
Even
next
my
question actually. Like
uh,
I just see that you have events upon events, and that's really inspiring because like how do you even think of these things? Like you have so many connections as well. Like you have the lunch table, you have like the record breaking podcast. Like
uh-huh.
how do you manage all of these things, and how do you get new ideas on top of that, and how are you able to manage like those things?
Well, first and foremost, all my connections have come to me within these past 5 years. So, like, literally, when I talk about I've been having, like, so Mixed Global for Sorry Not Sorry, right? I met Roslyn back in 2017.
Wow.
Like, she didn't just, like, come out of nowhere and said, hey. I was like, no, like, hey, Mixed Global, aka Roslyn, like, hey, this is what we're doing. Do you guys want to get involved? That's how I've gotten to know people like Inigo Pascual, for example, or
Is there a
Kiana
point
Val.
that you reach out to people like yourself instead of them coming to you?
So when I first started out in music, right? Like it was always me reaching out to people. Like when I started the lunch table, I was constantly hitting people up like, "Hey, do you want to do this interview? Hey, do you want to do this interview? Hey, do you want to do this?" And no one would ask me like, "Yo, like we need to do the lunch table. We need to do
Yeah.
this." But it got to a point to where record labels and people in radio were like, "Yo, like we need to go with the lunch table. Like what do you got going on?" So it's funny because when it came to the events on Twitch, it's kind of like starting a brand new slate, right? I don't know anybody. I don't know any DJs on here personally. I literally only knew like Icy Ice and So Super Sam personally, but it's like they're super busy. And it's
Yeah.
like I can't really just be like, "Hey, can you help me out?"
Yeah, and you only just recently interviewed Icy Ice as well.
Yeah,
So yeah.
exactly. And so this is what I do. I literally I plant a seed. So I really do plant a seed,
Yeah.
and this is the best analogy I can get to you. So like for any DJ or anybody who I want to work with, right? I plant a seed. That's where the "Hey, how's it going? Hey, how are you? Hey, how's your day?" type of thing going like in the chat rooms and whatnot. But I always come from like a genuine place, right? And in real life, when I'm connecting with all these people, it's like, yo, like just because this person is right here right now doesn't mean I have to interview them right there right now. Like, yo, a couple years down the line, if you recognize what I'm doing, let's get some work in. If it's not right now, it's cool. Going back to our early conversation, it's like not every opportunity is a missed opportunity. So let's say your goal is to like who's your favorite artist, Mia?
Kitchenada.
Okay, Kate Trinata. So let's say you had a goal of interviewing Kate Trinata, right?
Yeah.
The first time you meet Kate Trinata, that doesn't mean that's going to be the last time you ever meet Kate Trinata.
Yeah.
But you have the first time in your life to make an absolute great impression. You make that great first impression, just like, "Hey, Kate Trinata, my name is Miamor. I really love your music. I spin your music all the time. Nice to meet you."
I
Oh,
get
okay,
that.
cool.
Because by doing that, you get to also learn how that person is as well. Because you don't want to be interviewing like a douche. Oh, that's my another question. Have you interviewed someone that? Have you had a bad interview like in your lifetime? Have you interviewed someone that that ended up not being what they seemed?
Um, oh, that's a great question.
Or do you appreciate like? Did you learn from all of them?
I mean, I've interviewed people from like I've interviewed people from like superstars in the Philippines to like drug dealers and whatnot. Like truthfully. So it's like I kind of know what I'm getting myself into, but I think the the varying factor isn't them, but the varying factor is me. Because if I come into an interview like ill prepared or I'm trying to get them to say this or trying to get them to say that, like that's where it just all gets messed up. I think one really good piece of advice I could give to like you and not only like people who want to like interview, but like just people in entertainment in general, it's just like don't chase people who are like for clout. Don't
Yeah.
chase an event that's there for clout. Don't chase an artist that's there for clout because, as you said, you can bring up somebody who is just an absolute butthole. So I'm sorry, I just don't feel like cussing on this stream. But you can bring somebody in who is just absolutely not who you think they are, and it'll kind of just like it'll hurt
Yeah.
you. It'll hurt you because it'll make you feel like, damn, like I just didn't want to meet this person. But, the more you chase clout, like clout is never going to go away. But would you rather chase clout or would you rather chase happiness?
Happiness. Because
Exactly.
clout is always changing. There's like to the goal of getting clout is always changing. Like it's never one way to get it. To be honest, like it's always changing with the way society is changing. Like for example, cancel culture.
Hmm.
Like that's the thing with today's society. As I feel like I'm not really a fan of today's society. with the internet and everything. Like I feel like it can be a toxic place, especially with clout chasers, like you said, because it gets your expectations high. And I feel like if you set your own expectations, then that's fine.
Exactly. But, going back to your original question, don't set your expectations so high to the point where you pressure yourself to get there like immediately.
Yeah.
So, Mia, for everything that you got going on, like I know you're getting pressure from the outside, but eventually you're going to dismiss all of that and you're just going to find like, okay, well, what makes me happy? Don't pressurize yourself. Don't pressurize yourself to always be happy because you think something is going to make you happy. Just enjoy.
That's amazing advice.
Yeah, just enjoy it. You know how many times I've just coasted through life thinking like, yo, this is gonna get me this is gonna get me that, this is gonna do this for my career, this is gonna do that for my career.
Yeah.
I shit you not. And I'm sorry for cussing. Sorry, auntie, and sorry, mom. Sorry, everybody. But I shit you not. The moment I stopped clout chasing, the moment I stopped just thinking these things were gonna make me happy, was the moment life is just like, I know I'm living in a very absolute great moment of my life right now. Like I know I am. And so I hope that with whatever you got going on in the future, that you learn to just coast through it because you know this is what's making you happy right now.
All right, I have another question. One
Yeah.
more. For people like me, like there's not many young DJs out there, and this question doesn't have to be for DJs in general, but any advice for like kids who want to put themselves out there but are kind of holding themselves back? Like it took me a lot to put myself onto this platform, like which is millions of people. So do you have any advice on like how people should do that? Or yeah,
Just do it. That's it. I think I'm a very spontaneous person, so if you joke around with me, I will take it so seriously. And I'm no, 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 let's do it. Let's do it.
yeah, like with this back to back, I was like, I said it, I'm not. It was half serious, half joking, and then when he was like, "Yeah, come on," I was like, "All right."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like just do it. Just do
Yeah,
it. Like we don't have time to waste time. And
yeah,
shout out
true.
shout out to Kendrick Lamar because he put that on his song I at the end of his album To Pimp a Butterfly. We don't have time to waste time.
That's right.
Just just Shia LaBeouf and just do it. Just do it. Like that's it. Like oh my god. Going this opportunity question is just this opportunity conversation is so interesting because as much as you can dismiss other quote unquote opportunities, at the same
Yeah,
time, you have to create the opportunities for yourself. So if you're thinking about like, oh, I want to stream, oh, I want to do this, but blah blah blah, but blah blah blah, it's like, dude, like just freaking do it.
yeah. The amount of
Like,
times that I've thought to myself, "Oh, I want to do something," that's what you said. Has actually pushed me more that I should just forget about like insecurities and everything. I should just go for it because like with success, you don't success doesn't come to you. You have to work for it. Like what you're doing, I can see that you're working hard and you're not really looking for a specific goal if you're doing something you love. But then if you're working so hard, then opportunities will come to you if you're working hard for yourself.
amen. I mean, to put it in another perspective, it's like Mia, when you're hungry, do you just wait to eat?
Exactly.
No, you
I
just eat.
I need to start taking my own advice. Oh my gosh.
I was like, if you're hungry, you finna go eat. You finna go grab some food.
For real, even when I'm not hungry, I'll just eat. I'll eat.
For real. Oh my god. Well, Mia, speaking of success, we're going on like the last couple of questions, but like,
Okay.
so your definition of this is going to change for sure because mine has changed multiple times. At this point in time, right now, you just celebrated your 17th birthday a couple months ago.
Yep.
What is success to you?
Success to me, I don't know, it sounds cliche, but like, I don't know, happiness. Just being happy in what I'm doing and not doing something that I hate. Like, for example, I wanted, I was studying to be, like, aiming to be, to do law. And I was started thinking to myself, will I be happy in that? Even if I am successful and I'm not happy, is that really truly success? Right now,
Mm,
I would say that I'm happy. Well, I mean, like, say there's DJs that are like they don't get much exposure, but they're happy in what they're doing. Would you consider that success because you're happy with what you're doing and you're
mm.
getting loved by people that the most important to you?
Yeah, I get you because there's some people who, well, if we're talking about DJs, right? There's some people who just enjoy being a bedroom DJ,
Yeah,
right? And if
like
that's
me.
what, if that's, but if that's what makes them happy, that's what makes them happy. Like, and for other people, maybe just being a bedroom DJ isn't enough.
Yeah.
Maybe they see success in like another way. And I've seen success with Sorry Not Sorry, for example, for many reasons. One, because we helped out obviously our people over in the Philippines from the typhoon relief, but two, because I've got to meet people like yourself. I've gotten to meet Menace, Flecka, everybody, and
Yeah.
there's so many different ways you can look at the idea of success with everything that you do. It's just a matter of like, did you find it, and does that truly give you that successful feeling?
And plus, like, yeah, you're connecting with other people that can boost this as well. Like, so sorry, not sorry. I think the majority of DJs I know now I met through that, and just like being able to watch their streams and seeing how they're happy and being successful, it's you really appreciate how the importance of networking and meeting other people.
Man, I wish I had your brain when I was 17 years old, man. I'm completely jealous right
I don't
now.
know what's come over me. Right after this, I'll be like straight to bed.
For real, she's gonna like Mia's gonna sleep down like, man.
Yeah.
Just
What did
so
I
many
just say?
Oh my god. So Mia, last question or last couple questions, but like,
Okay.
do you think that once everything opens up, like A, do you think you will continue streaming on Twitch? And also B, do you think you will be DJ Miamor forever?
That's what I was thinking to myself earlier, I was like, when once COVID is over, are there gonna be any DJs on Twitch anymore? Is there gonna be people tuning in? And to be honest, I don't even know. Like, what is COVID even gonna end? Will I even be DJing in a club? And probably I don't know, I think we just have to wait until the what the year holds and we'll see because I don't really see clubs, festivals being open till like the next couple of years. I think DJing on Twitch will be here for a long time.
Amen to that. And I guess to wrap everything up, Mia, like, what is your? I know. I mean, we're obviously still in quarantine. You still got your homework. You still got all
That I
your other
haven't done
duties
yet.
that you haven't done yet. What are your goals for 2021? Whether they're related to DJing, whether they're related to your personal life, whether they're everything. What are your goals?
Just the other day, I was looking for like better equipment to heighten my DJ quality. I just want my like first own controller because this is Flex's controller. I want like I'm taking
Oh,
it step yeah, I'm taking it step by step. I'm aiming to save up for my first controller and then see where that goes from there, DJ wise. And yeah, I just wanna I don't know. What are your goals for 2021?
oh, she's still interviewing me. I forgot. My goal for 2021 is to ensure that I balance out my time on Twitch with my now radio duties out, in real life.
Oh yeah, is that your new job?
Yeah, so I just got like a new.
Congrats.
Thank you. Just got a new radio job. Can't go over all the details just yet, but I can starting on March 1st, so like a year from now or a month from
Dang.
now, excuse me. But yeah, like just do that and just continue to make dope things like Sorry Not Sorry. I think I have enough juice to create one more big thing like that with Rye and DJ Kizza and all
Mm.
my other affiliates. So, if we can
Shout out
continue
Avenue
to,
5.
yeah, shout out Avenue 5. If we can continue to change the world in that sense, I will be happy.
Balance is key.
Balance is key. DJ Miamor, what's your favorite color?
Green.
Green. What's your favorite food?
Chicken wings.
Chicken wings. What's your boba order?
Matcha green tea milk or lychee.
There we
See, I had these
go.
answers prepared in my head. No stuttering at all.
No stuttering. Man, look, I had to save the hardest questions for last. DJ Mia Moore, everybody.
Thank you so much, man.
Oh, thank you, Mia. This
Big
was
up
fun.
Queer Tito, Nico.
Oh yes, I'm laughing because I feel like you will forever call me that, and
I
I'm
will.
happy. Blitz World, we are going to raid my friend DJ Mish at this time. So thank you all so much. Please use exclamation point raid 2 and copy and paste that over when we raid DJ Mish. This is the lunch table, food for thought. My name is Nico Blitz. Everybody, make sure you follow DJ Mia Moore. When are you on next, my friend?
Tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
Tomorrow at 4 p.m. GMT.
That's right. Shout out Smart
So
Cash Crew.
there you go. Well, this is the lunch table, food for thought. Nico Blitz, DJ Mia Moore, and we are out, everybody.
Bye,
Bye.
guys. Thank you.